Hello and welcome. I'm Inverta Umbra, and this is Dwarf Fortress. So, some interesting and fun things. I have found semi-molten rock. I dug deep as I could and found this spot, which means I have reached the very bottom floor. Right there. And then I started to go up because semi-molten rock usually has lava. And I just did a cross-section of digging, and I found some more semi-molten rock down to the south, so that's not too useful. But if you'll see where I've stopped digging, those are where warm stone was detected, which means lava's on the other side of that. And then I did the same thing up here. And later I'm probably going to try and find where the top of the lava is, and then see if I can't exploit it, maybe do a stack. I also came to yet another cavern lair, so I finally went deep enough that I ran into one. As you can see, and I walled it off because I was like, no. And then we also found the glorious cotton candy, adamantine. But I happen to know that adamantine can be a dangerous thing to mine, so that's going to be a future endeavor dealing with that. We're going to leave that alone for right now. But that's not all. So, cleaning up the fortress, making it look a little nicer, still working on a few projects. Have not finished... Oh, hey, the archery targets are finished. Woo. So, I kind of had a scare, because I set it up so that I would change graphic packs, because I wanted to see if I could get rid of the issue I'm having with this. This looks horrible to me. While we still have the square datins, the rest of it is just not something I want. I don't like how this shows up like this. I prefer it, originally I believe it was all, the tiles looked like this one, the one with the, looks like some sort of script, and then the walls would have they'd look the same except for they'd have like a script in the flat part in the middle, right there. At least that's what I remember them being like. But I switched over, got ready to do everything, loaded the game, and item definition tool pedestal missing. And I went, what? So I changed graphic packs back, looked up some stuff, kept getting the same issue. And I eventually looked at the item tools. If you go into your raw folder, you'll find them. And I noticed I was missing pedestal, but I looked at the downloaded file for the Lazy Noob pack, and it had it. So I don't know what it is, but something about changing graphics packs, and I could probably do it safely now if I remember what I did. Something about changing graphics packs changes to an old tool set or something like that. I don't really know. So I wound up fixing it, but there was a brief moment there I was like, oh, I'm going to have to tell people this series is canceled, and I've just lost all that work I've been doing. I was not in a good mood. Fortunately, I had some coffee near me and was able to work my way through it. But yeah, that was fun. Now, on to the most important thing and the reason I actually brought you in today. So you see this little flashing guy here. The Forest Titan, hold on, let's see if we can just, view. Well, the Forest Titan, you should, he's just a Forest Titan. But an interesting fact is he is composed of salt. So, and he's got to cross a river. I mean, he could take the bridge, but they usually aren't that smart. They usually cross the river. Does he dissolve? And if so, are there going to be a lot of dead fish? I have the feeling the answer to these questions is no. But it was an amusing thought I had for a little bit, where it's just like, will he take damage from crossing the river? I mean, it's a brook. And then I was thinking, I know salt is a mineral, and it's normally mined. How? But I don't think I've ever seen it in Dwarf Fortress. I mean, nowadays we get our salt from the oceans, but where do the dwarves get their salt from? But anyways, so we're going to deal with this. This could either be an incredibly easy enemy to deal with, because he's made out of salt. Crossbow bolts aren't going to work too well on him, but everything else will just turn him into powder. However, crossbow bolts won't work on him, and that's kind of what my fortress relies on. So, yeah. Woo. Let's get to it. Let's see. B. Oh, and one... Oh, I did not mean to resume. One more thing. We actually made... What is this? Huh. I don't... World without forest retreat? I have no idea what that is. So you see the rest of our artifacts, but then there's this one, the round girders. A copper mace. It's a very simple item, but it's our first functional artifact. One of our blacksmiths went into a mood, smashed it out. I think he only used copper. And I was like, yes! Maybe I'll make a army of mace dwarves or something. Probably be Warhammer dwarves with a captain with a mace, but it's a good start. And actually, Warhammers are probably one of the best dwarven weapons in the game. Especially if you can get one made out of, like, what is it? Hornblende? Something really, really dense, but you can only get those made out from artifacts, so, eh. Alright. Let us set up our defenses. I want you all to move here. C, in, there. Now let's see them get all... Uh-oh. Wow, that Titan moves quick. I wonder if he took any damage, though. I know it's unlikely, but... No. Alright. I just thought it would have been funny. Just melts like something from Terminator 2 into the water slowly. Let's look at that combat report. Bruising the guts. Ooh. He's repelled by the force of the blow. And wow! Punches in the head with its right hand and the injured part collapsed. He basically exploded his head. Alrighty then. Well, at least he's content to sit there, but I think I need a new militia commander. Hey, you, Ranger. You're now the militia commander. Good luck. What just happened there? Attacks the Ranger, but she jumps away. The Ranger bashes the Forest Titan in the right hand with her copper crossbow. The severed part sails off in an arc, which actually kind of makes sense for a salt monster, basically just bashing a bunch of rock salt. Punches the Ranger in the right hand with its left hand, bruising the muscle through the silvery gibbon leather right mitten. Alright. And then the ranger bashes the titan in the lower body, and so this ranger was having none of it. He just smashed straight through the core. Can we butcher this? It's just a pile of salt. Well, actually. I guess there's a lot of salt there. I just... Who was that? Ranger missed him. You know... I'm sorry, Zephon, but, where is Miston? Because I feel you should be leading these dwarves in their military, cancel station. Let's see. Cancel station. I expected it to be over quickly, but after I saw him kill that one dwarf and how fast he moved, I just felt like, oh, this is not going to be an easy fight. And then that ranger just... Wow. Alright. You shoot from left to right. I don't know if this is actually needed, but left to right. I can't quite get over that. Like, well, I would like you to guys to go train, I guess. Again, I didn't really expect that. Well, maybe the Dwarven caravan will be here soon, and we can trade the salt? I don't know. You can see I've floored a little more of the farm. Not a huge amount. Oh, they're becoming March stores. Ah, they are taking time to do that. But one at a time? Will they train? Military. Let's look at your schedule. Seem like you're set to train. Oh wait, did I put Thrones of Bronze? No, okay. Thrones of Bronze are not. Huh. I don't know why they're not actually using the archery range to train. Ah, they're watching demonstration. Oh, okay. Hey, hey, they can dodge more. That'll be wonderful. Maybe I won't have so many of them explode. Um, though I do have more coffins. I still don't have enough, but the graveyard seems to be doing all right for the current moment. Oop, nope, not what I wanted. I think I still have, yeah, I still have a few open ones. Oh, use for burial. So yeah, eventually I'm just going to fill this room up with them, and this is just going to be my first real graveyard, coupled with the hall here, and then eventually we're going to actually set up, probably in this area, a real Hall of the Dead. It'll probably be a lot of one wide passages that dead end and kind of spiral out, some sort of design. I don't know. It'll take me some time to design that one. I still got to figure out how to not make it look like this. By the way, for that one person out there who might ask, I did try using ASCII when I was afraid that the game had failed. Like, I thought maybe going back to default settings would help it there. But no, it still had that item definition issue. And then I managed to get working back on Phobius, and I was like, I'm not going to touch it again for a little bit. Alrighty then. But yeah, there's really not much I was going to do in this episode. It's just the Titan just kind of came down, and I was like, oh, this is either going to be interesting or completely boring. And I'm still flabbergasted that the one dwarf just, I'm curious. Where are you? Another Mistum. Could be a Marksdorf? Militia Captain. View unit. Your thoughts and preferences. You have little patience. No, that makes a lot of sense. Is he afraid after experiencing some trauma? The trauma that tightened? Didn't feel anything after seeing the Forest Titan die. Alright, stone cold. I was thinking it might come down to me having to send the miners out after it, you know, just because of their absurd strength, but I still just, it was like the ranger just walked by and bashed that Titan into a pile of salt. I hope these dwarves are actually gaining some good skills. But I would also like them to improve their marksmanship. We're lacking some seeds, it seems. Are we still making... That's blue. I think because we've made the barrels, we should be fine to make more drink. But I think I'm going to stop here. Hopefully the next episode will be beginning a major project. I think I've determined how I'm going to do this is I'm going to have this travel up a little bit here, build a little enclosed pillbox or something, whatever you want to call it, have a little extend here, so maybe just a big room, and then have a hallway that leads to here. So I'll take down these fortifications and make them back into, well, part of them into walls, take off this, and then that'll be how dwarves get into this room. And then from there, I kind of want this room to be a little bigger, actually, so when I station them in here, they can all fit. They don't, like, try to stand on the outside. Well, I know this is a shorter episode, but when we come back, hopefully I will have started on some major projects that have something cool to show you, or maybe we'll just get attacked by something a lot more threatening, and that'll be the end of the fortress. But either way, thank you for joining me. I'm Inverted Umbra, and this has been Dwarf Fortress. Have a good one.